However, the reality is very different from this and needs to be different because there is no wisdom here. Do not, then, stimulate your personal mind with these fantasies. This is not the way. Knowledge must free you from these ambitions to the extent that they function in your mind. Everyone has them to some extent. Everyone wants to be validated, recognized, supported and appreciated, but in reality you only need to be recognized and supported by your true allies and be given the opportunity to serve others who are truly ready for your gifts and contribution. That is as great a blessing and acknowledgement as you could imagine. There will be no deception here. There will be no betrayal. There will be no usurpation or manipulation. What you give will be received and will be passed on to others. And your gift will resonate through many people and through many relationships. As the source of your gift is beyond you, your giving should not give you personal recognition. Can you claim that your purpose is your own creation? Can you claim that your gift, your skill or your role are yours alone? How can you say this when life has prepared you, guided you and made it possible for you to have a purpose, to realize your purpose, to have allies to share your purpose and to have recipients to whom you give your purpose? Avoid self-glorification. Avoid recognition. Knowledge does not want these for you. Wisdom will restrain you. Let yourself be restrained. Knowledge will protect you, preserve you and enable you to cultivate and develop your strength and abilities without the interference and invasion of people who cannot or will not share these with you. Let life set you apart so that you may return to life with a greater ability and a greater understanding. Let knowledge take you away from your own goals and ambitions and from your own need for self-validation and bring you back with a greater wisdom and understanding. Avoid talking too much. If you talk too much, you expend your energy and you disseminate your ideas mindlessly. Let wisdom germinate within you. Do not go tell everyone about what is happening within you. Let the pressure build. Let your capacity grow. Let yourself digest the truth rather than try to pass it on to everyone. Let yourself experience the meaning and depth of the insights that come to you rather than rushing off to tell your friend, "Oh, I had this insight. It was so wonderful." Exercise restraint, for you will need a great deal of restraint. We cannot tell you how much restraint will save you from difficulty and tribulation. Do not let your need for self-validation overtake you here. Hold things within yourself. Let them grow. Those things that are not valuable will disappear. And those things that are valuable will slowly grow. Wisdom is slowly grown. It must grow within you, and you must be very careful with whom you share it. Your experience will demonstrate exactly what we are saying, for you will say things to certain people who cannot or will not receive them. You will share things you are excited about with people who cannot experience them. You will offer new things to people who cannot relate to them. This will throw you back upon yourself. Do not criticize others. They are not the problem. Your lack of discretion is the problem. You could not discern the appropriate place to share yourself, and you paid a price for it. This teaches you to come back to yourself and to hold within yourself the gift which is growing there. Knowledge is very discreet with you. You should be very discreet with others. Knowledge is very discerning with you. You can learn to be discerning with others. Great things are the result of a long germination process within the individual. People are eager to share because they want self-validation. They want somebody else to tell them that they are wonderful and that they are doing the right thing. Avoid this. Avoid idle conversation. Avoid talking about spiritual ideas and great things with people who cannot receive them and with people you are not meant to communicate with. Next, avoid gossip. Avoid discussing other people's lives. Gossip is very tempting because it makes you feel self-satisfied, and you are able to exercise your judgment in a way that seems honest and valid. But this is wasteful. It maligns other people, and you lose energy and vitality because of it. You may feel proud doing this, but happiness and real self-confirmation will be lost as a result. Next, avoid trying to make something happen with what you know already. Your mind will keep wanting to create things, have things and justify what it is doing in order to gain security, recognition and validation. However, it may not be the time yet. When it is time, It will be time, and that will be a great challenge for you. However, until it is time, it is not the time. No matter how much you may want to put into form what you are experiencing, do not rush out and create a new organization, or start a new business, or make a new product. People who do that are reckless, and they will gamble their existence. And it will take a long time for them to come back to where they started, for it is often much more difficult to end something than it is to begin something. Any relationship can be started, but it can be hard to finish it, whether it is a relationship with a person, with an organization, or with something you have created in the world. Do not begin anything that does not have a greater promise. How will you know? Because knowledge is with you. If you cannot gain access to knowledge in this situation because you have too much desire or ambition, or are too confused, then go to your ally for verification. Is this the right thing to do? You will ask. I am thinking of this. I want this. This looks good to me. Should I do this? Do not go to your friends, and do not go to your casual relationships, for they may all get interested in your idea because they cannot yet respond with knowledge. Do not take a chance on this. Go to your allies. In many situations, you will not be able to gain access to knowledge because you are governed by your preferences, or you are too afraid or too concerned for yourself. That is okay. Go to your allies. Every important decision you make should be verified. That is a protection for you. It is a safeguard. You need this. Accept it. Avoid going into life saying, I am going to have what I want, no matter what. That is the stupidest decision you could ever make. It is blind. It is arrogant. It is ignorant. It denies your relationships, and it casts you out alone. Life is full of people doing that, and, as a result, life is full of calamities. Avoid that. Let knowledge grow slowly within you. Let change come naturally. Do not slow it down, and do not speed it up. Do not say to yourself, well, I am doing something spiritual now. I have to become a spiritual person, a spiritual merchant, or a spiritual teacher, someone who sells products and services. I want to make my living out of this. Avoid that. Knowledge will remain silent, deaf to such proclamations. You may feel these compulsions only occasionally, or you may feel them continuously, but stay with what you're doing. Don't make a change unless change is vital. And when change is vital, seek verification. Do not go it alone. No one in the world is beyond error. No one in the world is beyond temptation. No one in the world is faultless. Do not think that because you have a great and rising emotion for something that it is the right thing to do. Every failure and calamity started out with an excited interest or belief that something would be a beneficial activity or involvement. Avoid this. Keep your mind sober and open. Do not get into romance about your spirituality. You don't even know what it is yet. However, it is in you, and it is guiding and balancing your life. It is slowly freeing you from all the bonds that have held you to the past and that you now need to outgrow and to leave behind. Next, avoid the need to understand everything. Real understanding comes later. Prior to this, people create an understanding because they want to feel self-assured. They don't want to look stupid to themselves or to other people. They want to have everything fully explained and explainable. They want to have everything justified and justifiable. They want to make everything look good and upright. They want to win approval. However, the understanding that they create here is so partial, so personally motivated, and so false and unreliable that it can only break down in the face of real life. Here you do not want to create anything you will have to undo, to learn anything you will have to unlearn, or to associate with anyone that you will have to disassociate from later. Let your mind be free. Let the puzzle of your life be in little pieces. Let it come together in little groups of pieces. Do not fill it all in with your own ideas and ambitions. Others will demonstrate to you how they have done this, how their lives are fully understood, and how they have a higher purpose which is fully understandable to them, when in reality, they only know a few little things, and everything else is filled in with their goals, their ideals, and their ambitions. And what they have is something that is completely unreliable and not in keeping with the movement of life. Become simple. Let your life be unexplainable. Let your life be inexplicable, for it will be inexplicable to those who cannot share it with you. You are being governed and guided by a greater power within you now, a greater power that you are coming to know through experience, a greater power that you are choosing by making wise decisions. Let this be. Do not claim things that are not yours to claim. Let there be big gaps in your understanding. Then you will be honest with yourself and honest with others, and you will be a refreshing presence in the world.